same every weekend.
It's like Wayne's World.
It's the same exact thing every
just
week.
a verbal processor.
4, 3.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the West 4th and Long podcast. Eric Koch, Ryan Cook, Jason Bruckman, Patrick Eichold. You'll notice there's a fifth person here today. We have Phineas Clark, friend of the program, friend of the store. So Phineas, thank you for joining us here today. I want to let people know who you are, why you're here. But first of all, give us a little bit of background on what you're doing.
Well, guys, pleasure to be here. I'd like to let you know that my time here is sponsored by Red Apple Cigarettes. No, I'm kidding.
You know, we thought that Patrick had obscure references. That one might take the cake.
My name is Phineas Clark. I'm a longtime customer at Koch's, but with pertinence to the upcoming Super Bowl, I'm a lifelong Patriots fan, native New Englander, who happened to spend 4 years living in Seattle, which happened to be the time span when the last time these guys played in Super Bowl 49. I was living in Seattle, hunkered down with one other Patriots fan during that game.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm excited to talk about the game and excited to join the podcast.
Before we get to that.
And a Hollywood elite.
Right, you are a carrying SAG card member. That's
Yes, I am a SAG member. I happen to be not SAGgy member. We don't want that out there. No, but I happen to be in town working on a theatrical production at the time. So for those of you that like theater, Google me, come see it.
So before we get into that, we'll touch on that later on too. Your career, when did you get into acting? How did this all get going? Just give us a little bit of background. You play a little bit of football as well.
I did, yeah. So
more athletic than us. That's why I want you to go out in front with us.
So as far as working on stage and in front of the camera, started at a young age and sort of turned pro right after high school. I happened to go to high school in a town in New Hampshire that had a professional theater in town. So I was sort of able to make my debut through the pipeline there. And then from there, studied theater and performance art in college. There we go. Look at that guy.
Okay.
You had a theater in your high school?
So we had a theater, like a physical theater in our high school, and then we had a professional theater about 4 miles away in town, which is very rare for I went to high school in a town of about 7,000 people. This is a feeder high school that served 9 different small towns, and we just so happened to have a professional theater company, a stone's throw away. So it seemed to be, sort of in the stars for that to happen. And then with regard to sports, baseball, football, and lacrosse growing up. Walked on at the University of Minnesota football team, and then also played a little club lacrosse there as well. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Most important question I have for you: when did you lose your New England accent? And how did you lose your New England accent? Because I don't hear it anymore.
Yeah,
I know you had it.
If you really want me to turn it on, dude, it's it's $5, $5 per dropped All right.
So why? How can you do that? Can everybody do that?
I think a lot of us can. It's kind of code switching, right? I think there are some dudes that they go into a job interview.
Dudes, there it is.
Yeah. They go into a job interview and then they're like, oh no, definitely, I can be there Thursday. But my mom and dad are both from Utah. So if I ever came home talking funny, dropping R's or turning diphthongs into wah, they were like, whoa, Leonardo DiCaprio, doot, nope. And so then getting into theater, people really are pretty judicious about speech coaching you and, hey, you're going to want to sound like you're from London, so let's get this other mess out of there, that kind of thing.
The second and third most famous New England actors, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, behind yourself.
Yeah.
They had this great thing on Fallon. I'm sure you saw it, right? Where they read every single town in Massachusetts in that accent.
Yeah.
So I guess it is a thing. You turn it off because you have to.
Yeah. And those guys, if you listen to Matt Damon, he's got a very neutral but slight, if you know what to listen for, you can hear the Cambridge in him, right? But then he can turn it on for The Departed, or he can turn it on for, whatever other, I think he did another Boston movie with Casey Affleck a couple years ago. Yeah. So I think it's just something you train yourself to get out of, and then you can go back into it.
That's kind of fascinating. I don't know. I thought it was interesting. Yeah. We put up your headshots a minute ago. Patrick, you had some fun with headshots yourself, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh.
For sure.
Yeah, so I think...
let me go back. These are very nice professional headshots.
Those are on
Who did those for
IMDb,
you?
so those are legit.
Those
are very nice.
photos by Deb?
No. Actually, 3 of those 4 were shot by Cincinnati photographers, though. So the one with the telephone there was by the great, the incomparable Mickey Schaffner. And then the 2 on the bottom, which are my most recent ones, are by a fella, Aaron Conway, who has Acon Studios here. He actually shot the Bengals' new uniform release 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Akon.
AA con. But yeah, if you want, Akon, whatever.
So
My favorite one is the bottom right there. I really love the smoldering intensity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's real or not. Or is that real?
Smoldering intensity?
No, I know that's real. Are you being facetious or are you being
I
truthful?
like it, but how else would you describe that one? That is some smoldering intensity.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we were going for. You know, Patrick, I hope this has been mentioned on this program before, is a performer himself, improviser, friend of the stage.
Sure.
So, you know, he knows what he's talking about. He knows smoldering intensity.
He's
He
got
sees it.
Well, he's got a somewhat genuine headshot like yourself.
Yeah.
These next couple are not. So thank you, AI. Let's go to
we all
Ryan.
wanted to partake.
This is,
He likes
Bo
cats.
Pelini.
Oh.
This is my cat.
Yeah, this is
This
AI
is
generated.
inspired- Yeah, AI
Melvis.
generated.
I love
Wow.
that
The
name.
Bo Pelini one where he's holding a cat in a turtleneck.
Yeah.
That's the inspiration. There.
Okay.
You gotta
all
love
right.
AI. Golly.
What's next?
You must be very proud.
This isn't AI. That's actually
Yes.
me. Yeah, that was me. Like from yesteryear when I was on TV. Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Wow.
you know what's great is I look exactly the same and no different whatsoever.
I mean, that is
Yeah.
crazy.
Shut up, Jason. Let's go to Jason's. What do we got
I
here?
don't wanna do
Yeah.
To be,
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
James Bond.
Maybe I should wear more
Bond
suits.
007.
Yeah.
We should have a tuxedo day someday.
Tux day at Cook's. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm not going to look too closely at
would blow
your
some
face because then it
people's
loses it because it's not really you.
It's almost you. The first one didn't look anything.
I mean, if you squint, though.
Yeah, or you
Spitting
have
image.
both of those martinis. He's about to double fist, like
Yeah,
right
yeah,
after
yeah.
each other.
Well, in
then.
true Korean fashion, I would be double fisting martinis.
No, that's not Korean, dude. No, that's not a natty right there. That's in martini. That's a little classy. And then of course Patrick. Yeah, let's see this one because that's
yeah,
that's
that,
really classy.
Wow.
So what would you call that look? If that's not smoldering intensity, what is it?
that is distinguished
Having to fart. in
lordship.
I was going to say dignified ancestor. I mean, that's like a forefather right there.
Yeah, I was messing around one day. I saw a photo of somebody, some like railroad owner, from the 1800s. I'm like, I need to have some fun with that. So
To me, it looks like you're looking out your cottage trying to count how many cows you have.
Yeah.
1,
Yeah,
2,
yeah.
3.
Well, I'm
4,
looking at
5.
my servants, tending
Yeah.
to those cattle. Of
I was
course.
going to say either. I mean, we know he's rich. We know he's dignified.
Yeah,
We don't know
yeah.
really what he's looking at.
I mean, I think it's like which turkey to slaughter, right? It's just like, that one's been impudent for months. And you go out there.
There's a lot of different ways we can go with this.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Wow.
AI/Patrick on these. Those
Yeah,
are
that
good.
was before AI. That was all Photoshop and Pro. I think I used
Ryan's
film
was
for
AI.
that.
Jason's was AI.
Yeah.
Not to let the cat out of the bag. Cat out of the bag. Get it? Because you like cats.
So I have a question for you guys, actually. I was thinking about this on the way over here. We talk a lot about the Boston accent, the different, there are different Boston, Massachusetts, New England accents. Cincinnati has an accent. People don't want to acknowledge that.
Does.
No, we do, but I can't explain what it is. So please.
Well, what I always hear is that frontal O, like Oakley, or whatever, like, so like there's
Soda pop.
Yeah, soda pop, something like that. But I'm wondering if you guys can distinguish, like, if you hear somebody like that's an East Sider, that's a West Sider, that's a
Oh, the
Mason.
West Siders have
East
a
Siders, you can just tell by the way they walk.
Can I make it a little more PC and just say across the river you can tell? If you go right across the river to Kentucky, you can usually tell. That's fair to say, right? Yeah.
No, but the West Side, there's definitely like you hear please instead of like excuse me or what, please. Yeah,
True.
But then there's the A's like bad, said, dad. Like you hear that every so often. Yeah. If you're paying attention, on the, certain pockets of the West Side.
So I went to school in Miami with a lot of people from your neck of the woods, and they knew I wasn't from around their neck of the woods because of one word that I said, and you just brought it up. I used the word please. They said, you must be from the Midwest. I said, why do you say that? Because you say please. Like, wow. So then I started to think, so I guess New Englanders don't say please.
Well, Darius Rucker made a whole song about
Did he?
Yeah, saying please and ma'am and thank you.
That didn't get to the Northeast?
No.
Phineas?
I don't think we took what he wanted us to from it,
Understood.
Yeah, we're like, this guy's bald and he likes to potty, I don't know.
There you go again. Well, you guys partied a lot in the early 21st century with the Patriots. So
We did.
You had a lot of good memories. 6 Super Bowls. You know what's really interesting about this too? Yeah, all 6 of those. You know what's funny about this though? From 1968 to 2000, we've talked about this a little bit when you've been here. The Bengals and the Patriots were almost like brothers from another mother. As far as they had similar success, 2 Super Bowls, both losses. In fact, I looked it up. They only had a 6-win differential in that era. The
That's
Patriots
incredible.
had 6 more wins than the Bengals during that time.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, this guy named Brady just flipped a switch, and then there you guys went.
Yeah, well, and to be fair to the recent Patriots Hall of Fame inductee Bill Parcells, we got a big shot in the arm when he showed up. And I think that was the building blocks, like the foundation. So that, for me, was the time when the Pats went from like, how much are they going to lose by, to like, oh, they might win, to, oh, we're in the playoffs, we might be able to knock somebody off, to, oh my God, we're in the Super Bowl. And, we lost to Desmond Howard more so than the Packers. But I mean, that was the first, when I was in middle school when that was happening. And I remember just being like, are we doing this? Are we a football town? What's going on? So that was pretty exciting. And then, Brady, nobody saw that coming. And I was a freshman in college when he took over, and I remember how split the fan base was.
Not split anymore.
No, I think everybody's glad Bill decided what he did.
So speaking of Bill, what are your thoughts on Bill not being a first ballot Hall of Famer? What do you have to do then?
This is not the answer I believe in, but I think it's the answer that explains this result. I think you have to be nicer to people. I think I seriously, I think there are so many people that are, for lack of a better word, butthurt about the way he either rubbed their noses in it as a coach or completely shrugged them off as media members. I think a lot of the voters take personal exception to just his persona. And then I think we all know that, like, Deflategate's been effectively debunked. Spygate, it was an infraction. It's not as singular as people make it seem, but it was, and he paid the price. And I think some people just think we can't let him in right away.
Well, now Kraft is in the same situation.
Yeah.
And you talk about, hiring Parcells. Well, Kraft, did he not? He hired Parcells. Or no, he didn't. He came in.
No, he did.
He did. Okay, so how about Robert Kraft getting a few more flowers from people like us, but yet he's in the same boat. He's also not a first ballot. Which, now, is it different for an owner versus a coach versus a player? Or are we all just being too petty thinking, well, we'll show them, they'll get in next year, but this will really show them what they did wrong? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, I think sometimes when someone's resume is undeniable, but they're a divisive personality, or just, the atop the mountaintop of a divisive franchise, they might get punished for that, And I think, like, some of these other owners who are legendary and have made great contributions to the game were also not first ballot Hall of Famers.
Why are the Patriots divisive?
I think when you are the bully, like when you're a hammer, the nails hit your guts.
Yeah.
And for 20 years, especially, we're like a lot of franchises, like what Brady was 31-3 against the Bills, I think, as a Patriot. So, I mean, he literally, I saw a YouTube video the other day, he prevented 5 different dynasties from taking off. If you look at the Rams, the Colts, I think they said the Seahawks, the Ravens, and I think the Steelers, like all those franchises had legitimate chances to really build on their success. Now I would argue the Seahawks might have,
they had
done
a little baby dynasty.
They did, and they might have kind of done that to themselves on the 1-yard line. But I think there's a lot of animosity toward a team that just kept finding ways to win and played a style that a lot of people thought was boring. I didn't.
Put that back up. Can I speak towards that animosity?
Phineas, you said you were hunkered down for the Super Bowl 49.
Yeah.
How long did you have to stay hunkered down to avoid, the celebration and being potentially injured by Seahawks fans?
So it was interesting. So my better half is also a rabid Patriots fan. And she was like, we are not going to be around Seahawk fans for this game. Like, I don't care if they're our friends. Like, we are not doing it because one of us is going to punch somebody and the other one's going to help. So we watched it in our apartment in Seattle, and as you remember, things were looking dire. Jermaine Kearse with the sort of bouncing ball catch, and then Marshawn Lynch to the 1 yard line. Great shoulder tackle by Hightower to save that touchdown. And then I remember being down on our knees, and we were fresh off the trauma of Super Bowl 42 with David Tyree and Super Bowl 46 with Mario Manningham. And so we're just like, what? Like, we are cursed. Like, what? Like, why does this keep happening to us? And so
you're cursed, except you've already won.
Okay.
How many?
Okay.
Contextually,
we feel cursed right now. And why would this happen to us? And the other thing is, for the 2 weeks leading up to that game, the Seahawks were the reigning champions. I had moved to Seattle just like months before they won their first Super Bowl against the Broncos, and they're feeling themselves, And I was happy for them when they won that game. But the fever pitch of smack talk for the 2 weeks before that game with Deflategate swirling, and I'm hard-headed, so I was wearing Pat stuff every single day, but I was getting it in both ears like every day. So I was like, if we lose this game, I'm going to jump off a bridge. That's not funny. If we lose this game, I'm going to be in a very bad mood for a very long time. So it was almost desperation. Then Butler picks the ball. We both jumped up, and I ran down the street to this little market. It was like 2 blocks away. Place is empty. Like, there's a kid with long hair reading, working the counter. He's like, "Does the game start?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it." I run in, I grab these 2 little bottles of champagne, pay for them, and I'm running up the street, and these dejected Seahawk fans are coming out of their Super Bowl parties. They're like, because they're like these walk-up townhouses on this street.
We're just yelling, "The Patriots are coming! The Patriots are coming!"
I had a Brady jersey on. So
yeah.
So I'm literally running like this, going, "Yeah!" And they just see this asshole in a number 12 jersey just running up the street, and it was like, if you've ever seen someone's soul turn to dust, I saw that a few times, and because I had that experience, I've never felt the need to talk smack about the result of that game. Because it was close, and the Seahawks were a great team, and I have that moment forever.
So okay, what happens after you win? Because we don't know that here. Because I want to put this up. I've been dying to go to this because it's not all roses. Like, from us, our standpoint, we really didn't like you guys for a very, very long time.
Understandable.
And it's like,
We still don't like you. You haven't suffered long enough to get back here.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get to that. Loud, arrogant New Englanders, right? You guys just came out of your cave, so to speak, and were everywhere after the first one. And it only compounded from there. Every celebrity, look at Bon Jovi, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. Even Mark Wahlberg. My goodness, I used to like that guy. Spygate, Deflategate, a weird movie with a bunch of old ladies, and then, of course, the Tom Brady thing with his son. Okay, you can take that off. I'm sorry. That was just... That's so good. I know. I get it,
Are you okay? Do you need a minute?
It just wasn't a good optic, all right?
Yeah.
I get it. He loves his son. Good for you. Good on you, Tom. But that whole documentary thing was awkward. So, all right. So this is leading to a real question. When a franchise wins their first, that's probably when they're the loudest, right? Were you guys at your worst after the first one? Kind of like you're saying with Seattle?
I mean, I would say it's like elation. So I would say that the thing with the Patriots winning their first one, they were 14-point dogs starting a backup quarterback against the greatest show on turf. So I think it was more disbelief. And then I don't think we thought we could do it again necessarily. There was hope, but nobody saw the 2002 missed playoffs, 03 and 04 back-to-back against Carolina and the Eagles. And that's, I think, when people really start to puff their chests out.
I feel like winning back-to-back might be the worst thing for a fan base.
What do you mean? For the fan base or for everyone else?
For everybody else, because then it's just like, Like, you win the first one, kind of like you said, you're like, oh, man, yes, sweet.
Yeah.
We won it. And then you win the next one, you're like, oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, they became pretty insufferable after 05, didn't they? Yeah. Sorry, you can sit this one out. They were pretty bad for a while, weren't they? Yeah. But then, and it was such a great dynasty. It really was. And then it went away, and we thought, okay, we're going to let the Chiefs have their moment. Maybe even the Bengals will get one. And then here you are again.
Shoulda.
Okay, well, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
No.
That's taboo.
Yeah. But then here they are good again. Are you this surprised, I should say, to see them this good this quick?
I'm shocked. I mean, so I knew that Vrabel was going to be a step toward correction, toward competitive football.
The Patriot way.
Well, yeah, and I mean he had proven himself as a leader in Tennessee, and then he has a good track record as a head coach. He's a culture guy, and I expected more than 4 wins like we had the previous 2 seasons. Not in my wildest dreams was I allowing myself to think deep playoff run or Super Bowl. I mean, I'm a fan of the team. I believe in the team, but if you look at this season, we caught lightning in a bottle. Players have performed really well. We've stayed relatively healthy. And then guys like Patrick Mahomes didn't have the season we're accustomed to seeing them have. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which surprises me. Like, they only won 13-10. Like, it's almost like they were in shock
well,
that...
both teams were built on defense, though. So we might overvalue Bo Nix. And even to an extent, Drake May at this point. Because they're both young. They're both feeling their way into this. It's almost like Brady that first year. He wasn't going in to play the Rams thinking, I got to outscore Kurt Warner. That wasn't what they were doing.
No. And I mean, if you look at the way the Patriots are currently constructed, it reminds me of those Super Bowl teams the most of the first one, where it is a tough defense, an offense with some really young talent. But if you look at how we've won games, or I'm on the team. If you look at how the Patriots have, no, you know what? If you look at how we've won games,
there it is. Super fan.
It's been with some defensive scores, some really important field position aggregate wins with good special teams play, and then some really timely, outstanding plays by our young quarterback. But we're not expecting him to go hang 40 on everybody. Right. Which is what the Chiefs expect Patrick Mahomes to do, or some of these other elite offenses, Joe Burrow. Yeah, exactly. So I wasn't expecting this, but now that we're in it, it's like we're back, baby.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid again.
One of our other super Patriot fans that used to work here, Mike Berlingo, and Mike, if you're watching, comment, get in on this. So he's obviously a fan his whole life too. We used to have a swear jar here. Anytime he would say "we," he had to put $1 in.
Yeah, you're not a part of nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
You're just not a part of anything.
Well, and that's another debate to have. I think it's funny. Enough people do it, but it was just funny because he was trying to break himself of that habit.
Right.
So every time he said "we," and I wonder if you still do it, Mike. So let us know via our chat.
Mike, all of my we's, they're on your tab, so thank you.
So naturally, easy segue here from Super Bowl talk to gas station food. All right, so listen, this is, I told you we talk nonsense, but this is real, okay?
This is real.
America's gas station food takeover is real. So you're from the Northeast. You're a Wawa guy, I would assume.
Wawa's a little south of us.
Okay, so
Wawa is like Philly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so up there it's like Cumberland Farms, or Cumbies for short.
Okay. That sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's not bad. and honestly, they did a rebrand a few years ago. Not bad, guys. There's another gas station chain that's newer called Seasons. Okay. We have a lot of 7-Elevens in the Northeast.
Okay.
So that's your sort of gas station food. And then it's not a gas station, but the sheer volume of Dunkin' Donuts locations in Boston and the surrounding area,
don't count.
It functions for quick food in a way that, you don't have a ton of gas stations in downtown Boston. You have a few, but you have a ton of Dunkin' Donuts.
You've traveled enough, though. The big one, I think, is Sheetz versus Wawa. And that's your neighbor to the west, right? Okay, so we have Sheetz, we have Wawa, but we have others, too. Buc-ee's now is infiltrating the north.
Yes.
They have a place opening in Columbus now. I mean, they're just in Kentucky, and people will pilgrim down there to go get a brisket sandwich. All different. A lot of people are thinking, ooh, gas station food. But if you haven't done it, you just don't know.
Can I say something to that, though?
Yeah.
Because I think Cincinnati people have that stigma because there's never been a gas station food around here like what they're doing. Like UDF has tried, but it's peel out of a bag, put it in one of those little air fryer things, pull it out, serve it to you. Like Sheetz, Wawa, they're making most of the food right there. Like this all started, I went to the Wawa up by Rumpke, and we walk in, and it's new, so it's clean, but I get a coffee. Coffee was delicious. My son's scrolling through the menu, and they have 15 different smoothies he can order. That's from a gas station.
Well,
but you see gas stations attached to Subway or McDonald's all the time, but the fact that it's the same company makes it ooh, I gotta try this place.
Yes,
No, but
yes, you do.
they're bringing it all in house now. They aren't like farming out their food to McDonald's or Hardee's or
Hardee's. Wow.
Hardee's.
My other
Wow.
thing is, yeah, right.
White Castle.
The Frisco
there's one- Harrison's got a White Castle attached to a gas station.
But the
Stopped there
thing
a few
is,
times.
Patrick, those are very, I'm going in to get Hardee's.
attached?
Or let's more appropriately Subway most of the time. But the thing about Wawa and Sheetz specifically is they serve different kinds of food. If you want nugs, get nugs. If you want a sandwich, get a sandwich. If you want, they have
they
different
do
kinds
breakfast
of food.
all day too.
They do, yeah, 100%. So my whole thing is, and Jason, I know you're in agreement with this, you're on a road trip, I don't want to stop twice. I want to stop one time. I want to get what I want to eat and fill up my tank.
Fill up both tanks.
But
your
I-
tank and your car's tank.
You have to
at the same
understand,
time?
like when I go on a road trip, I have to stop multiple times for the old lady friend.
Just put her in an adult
Lady
diaper.
friend. Well, like, but
Stop.
What are you doing, Ryan?
Oh.
We're going to unplug his microphone.
Okay, this is a sensory experience now.
What are we doing?
If I need it, is this empty? Can this be empty?
Please,
Okay.
please.
did the
Getting,
microphones
getting
pick
the
that up?
train back on the track
Okay.
here a minute. Let's talk food.
What are we doing, Ryan?
The fact that you can get multiple.
Ryan-
I'm straight up ignoring that.
Yeah.
The fact that we can get food from a gas station, and I'm telling you, it doesn't taste bad.
No, it's the quality of a breakfast sandwich from a Sheetz or a Wawa is the same as a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like, and then Ryan's big gripe is Speedway.
well, how about your
There's
roller
always
food?
Roller food. No, I don't touch the roller foods. Or
is
the
not
pizza
roller
that's been sitting
I
in
made
the
that
oven
mistake
for.
once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just don't touch those foods. But if they're making that, let's go.
It's no different, right?
So yeah, I mean, it's interesting though, because Cincy corners markets on interesting things. Like caveat, I lived here for 6 years, so I know.
cream.
We left
I know
that
what
part
I'm
out.
talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah, there's like gas station dairy, unbeatable.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
like UDF, and then like just in general, like you have an ice cream war on the east side, and then soft serve war on the west side, and then chili wars all over the greater Cincinnati area, and like
in a war zone here.
yeah, and like everyone has their
that way.
favorite
Yeah.
parlor. So I think it's interesting to me because Cincinnati is a city, but vibe-wise, I feel like it's a giant town. Like you know what I mean? Everything is hyper local.
Yeah.
Yep.
Compared to some of these, like because like Wawa hasn't busted in and done all that because you have sort of these local places all
We're
over the place.
loyalists to certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Very true.
Yeah.
I'm a Gold Top guy.
Gold top.
Yeah, Gold Top.
It's for sale, isn't
It
it?
is for sale.
You
But
know
like
what that
soft
is.
serve. Like I'm a Gold Top guy.
We have a lot of soft serve ice cream. We do.
Zip
we
dip.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, zip
Probably
Zip dip.
Zip dip.
Putzes.
Isn't there a whippy dip too?
Yeah, well, I always call all of them whippy dips. It's almost like
dip.
when you say
Creamy
like
whip.
soda is Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that
what I
means you're
think.
from Texas, I think.
Does it?
No, I think that's us.
No,
That's us.
You guys call it all Coke too?
Well,
No, definitely when I
there's-
lived in Indy, everything was a Coke.
Really?
Louisville,
Yeah.
Louisville,
I gotta-
everything's a
Yeah,
Coke.
you say, "Can I get a Coke?" and they don't even question you. They just bring
Yeah.
out Pepsi. Like
well,
that's what we got.
we also say pop instead of soda.
So that you guys are like in this nether like dialectic region. So like one of my old teammates from Dallas, and he's like, what kind of Coke you want? Orange, Sprite, Coke?
Orange,
yeah,
Sprite, Coke.
yeah, like just
Right.
everything's
Anything
Coke.
in a can is a Coke.
We're weird. We know it.
Yeah, I mean it's cool though, because like that's even the fact that like a place like Cook's has endured for so long. This is not an ad because you're already watching.
Yeah.
But
feel free to make
yeah,
it one if you want.
yeah. But no, I mean trying to find a place like this in other cities because I have moved a lot, right? Like, oh, where are the people that know everything about like what the teams have been wearing forever? Where could I get this fixed, or where can I get some insight on the blah blah blah? Like those places are going away. So this, I think, there's a reason that a place like this has survived in a city like Cincinnati and not some of these other places.
You got to be adaptable.
Yeah.
That's for you, UDF. Be adaptable. Be what Wawa is. Be what Sheetz is. Get your made-to-order food game together because I want to come eat there. Not right now, though. Not
Put
right
some
now.
meat in our dairy.
I don't.
Is that your tagline for UDF?
That's my tagline for life.
Oh, okay.
that's
well,
like
that's
my-
fine.
yeah.
Just keep it at a
Yeah.
soft serve. Ew.
Okay. All right.
Protein.
We're going to get into, and off of that, we're going to get into the Super Bowl again more vividly here in a minute because that's the big story going around in sports.
Yeah.
Anything else going on people want to talk about? Eugenio Suarez is back in Cincinnati. That's fun.
How about the Bearcats?
Ew. Oh, they did.
Are we,
All right.
Oh, there we go. Ceremonial popping to the top.
It's sparkling water.
They're still
It's
terrible.
Actually just
Turns out they're still terrible.
Great. Do you have anything constructive to say?
No, I just wanted him to pop his.
Yeah, it was time, wasn't it?
You knew he was thirsty.
So you guys are reporters and you're an analyst after that, right? Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but we'll go ahead with it.
Oh, goodness. Suarez, $15 million. Got him in February, but whatever, they got him. He can hit the ball over the wall, right?
Yeah.
Are we happy about that as Reds fans and as a
He's
maybe
basically a Schwarber. He hits 220 and hits bombs. Like,
and strikes out a lot,
yeah,
which will fit
that's
right
a
in.
Schwarber.
Yeah.
I mean, what, 1 year, 15 million?
Yeah, I was
the club
surprised
option.
it
Yeah,
was
they
just
have
1 year.
It's a
Mutual
club
option.
option. Yeah.
I think
It
they
seems
got
like
a
he
steal.
wants to be here,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
Apparently his kids were born here, so he wants to be here. So I mean, I'm
It's exciting.
excited.
Phineas, these are small market problems that you don't have to deal with in Boston. But I will say they are problems, right? Finding somebody, who, I mean, you can throw money at most anybody. But, and I think they tried to do that with Schwarber. I think Schwarber just looked around and said, guys, I don't want to just take all of your money here. You know, and I think that's real.
Yeah.
So I think Suarez said, I'll just take some of your money.
Yeah, and I think, I guess the question comes down to with a guy like Suarez, like, do we think Major League players in this day and age are what they are, or are they somewhat flexible in their approach, right? Like, can good coaching and, the right sort of system bring out better qualities in like a hitting approach for Suarez, right? Because, like, he's going to put butts in seats initially, and then if he actually, like, gets on base consistently, we might have
I'm not even worried about that. If Ellie gets on, hit him in.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
Or
I don't
Mace
care
get
if he
over.
gets on. If Ellie or the leadoff guy gets on, knock him in. That's all I care about.
You know, their record is something insane. If they scored at least 4 runs last year.
Yeah.
And I think if they scored 3 or fewer, they were like 18 and 59.
Yeah.
I mean, that says go get a guy that can get you 1 more run a game. You know, and that's not every game, but on average, right? So they did that, and he's cheap, and he's liked by people in the clubhouse and people in the city. So honestly, in a way, you could argue it's better than the Schwarber thing because you're not tying your wagon to something that might not be good in a couple of years.
Yeah. Well, so I haven't followed his defensive performance the last couple of years. How is he
Suarez?
as a defender now?
Oh, not good. Not good.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
He's
just strictly
serviceable.
DH.
I mean, he's not a
played third
downgrade.
decently, yeah.
He's not a downgrade at first because the first basemen that the Reds have are all
Not
mid.
They don't really have a true first
Right.
Yeah,
baseman.
no, they
That's
don't.
the problem.
The only thing I don't like about this is I think this is going to hinder Sal Stewart,
You think so?
and I think I can see Sal Stewart taking off, but I think this
In
hinders
what
him.
way is
I
it
think
hindering?
It's going to take at bats away from him.
Do you?
Well, I think
What are they
he
trying
had
to-
a great year last year, but he's still so young. I don't think they can count on him just yet.
Where do they want him at primarily, Sal Stewart? Has it been decided yet? In the
I think
field.
it is.
Okay. So right now you're saying is a DH that takes at bats away from him.
Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe he did slim down, so maybe that's taken into account. Like, hey, the outfield's wide open. Let me go shake some fly
I thought
balls.
they wanted him at first.
They did,
Well,
but now what?
Well, the Suarez is going to be a DH more than anything else.
No,
He's
absolutely.
going to play the field. I mean, it's probably a blessing and a curse where the coach can say, all right, you're taking a break. You're going to be DH. Go get some reps at first. You go play third a little bit.
Just see how April goes. I mean, I think the common, most sensical thing is old guy, DH. Young guy, let's give you some run at first or wherever, right? But we'll
Plus,
see.
you
Let
need
it go.
depth too. I mean,
Well, yeah.
Stewart, you can move him up and down to the minors and keep him getting some at bats and everything, keep him fresh. I just feel like they're still really, really young, but the young guys are getting more and more experience. So it's like you don't need to rely on somebody like Sal Stewart so early on. But good to have him to come up, when injuries occur. 'Cause
Are
they
you
do.
are you a Red Sox fan?
Yeah. So the two teams I grew up rooting for were the Red Sox, and then because of Barry Larkin specifically, the Reds.
All right. Did you see Chapman try to sign on with Great Britain for the World Baseball Classic?
Really?
What?
What?
I
Wow.
did not hear. Yeah, this is news.
Can I go back to Hal again?
A
Because of
Rhoda?
those sick uniforms where it just says great and then Britain?
Yeah, I guess he tried to tag along with Great Britain in the World Baseball Classic. They denied it.
Does he
Cuba
have a
didn't
flat
want him?
there? Like what?
I don't know. I just saw it come across my feed. I
You
don't
come
know.
with the story. You should have some.
I don't know. I
Maybe
just saw it.
somebody
I was
can-
like,
Oh, he's
what?
one of those.
Yeah,
I
Like,
just
yeah.
Somebody can drop a link in the chat and see.
You guys hear about Johnny? No.
story.
Yeah, me either. Me either.
But go ahead.
See you later.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, I want to. We've all entered those contests before, like where win a chance for this or that. And I don't know about you guys. I never won one before. But before we get into this year's Super Bowl, you have won some.
I have won some.
Well, look at you. What's the best one you ever won?
I won a Yonex driver at the golf show.
Okay.
That's awesome.
You go back and try to
Is
win
that
again?
a good driver?
I mean,
Back then
I
it
don't
was like
really know.
back then I don't know. It was exotic back then.
Okay.
Still exotic. It's probably more exotic now.
First time I've heard that word. So.
All right, it's like winning an exotic car.
Yeah.
All right, so Phineas, you entered a contest in 2018.
I did.
Tell us about this and how it relates to
never
the
knew
Super
this.
Bowl, and then I'll have several follow-ups, I think, to this one.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, there you
Let's
go.
put up the picture here.
Yeah,
There's a.
look at you.
Yeah, look at
Couple
me,
screen
all
grabs.
young and full of.
And wearing the same hat you're wearing tonight. This is
Hey,
great.
this is the 2014 sideline collections. Done me proud. You know, I love this hat.
So this is the Super Bowl in Minneapolis, if I'm not
This
mistaken,
is,
right?
yeah. So the backstory with that, I had obviously gone to school there, lived there for a total of 10 years because I stayed and worked there. Some of my best friends live in Minneapolis. So when I found out they had the Super Bowl, I was like, that's awesome. That'll be cool for everybody there. Then the Pats get in it. And I'm calling my buddies like, hey, I think I'm just going to show up and crash on your couch and see what happens. So I get there Wednesday, Super Bowl week. And the Radio Row and everything was in the Mall of America, you know, one of the biggest malls in the country. And the Patriots had set up what they called the Not Done Network Lounge. And it was like where they were doing all their team broadcasts from, but they also had a fan lounge and TVs and couches. So I literally get off the plane, take the train to the airport, set my stuff down, and I'm networking. I'm like, hey, who's got the raffles? Who's this, that? A person whose name you would have to bleep out, so I just won't say it, was like, hey, you should enter this raffle, this raffle, this raffle. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm entering stuff, you know, doing my damnedest. And this person kept checking in with me like, no dice, son. I'm like, nah. It says, come to the outdoor one on Saturday. Saturday outdoor rally, downtown Minneapolis. It's cold. I don't know if it was above or below zero, but it was cold. Thousands of Pats fans out there. Kraft shows up. He's on the mic. The cheerleaders are out there. Derek Rivers is in that picture with me. He was injured, number 95. And I had met one of the other staffers during the week, and he was throwing out these styrofoam balls with Sharpie numbers on them. And he kind of like nodded at me earlier, and then they were throwing these balls out, and he kind of like beams one in my general direction. Like, dude must have played some baseball. Beams one in my general direction. So
catch it?
So I move a couple steps, catch it, and
Hopefully
then
you
I'm
had
just
that
kind of
athletic
like, okay,
background.
and it's got a number 6 on it. So later on, you know, they're like, if you caught a ball with a star on it, the Kraft family's giving you tickets to the Super Bowl, and everyone loses their mind. And then, you know, more speeches and fanfare, and maybe 20 minutes after that, oh, we got one more surprise, blah, blah, blah. If you caught ball number 6, you're going to the Super Bowl. So I had, at this point, gleaned that maybe I was given a fastball, like, you know, a 3-0 fastball, right? So I sold it. I'm freaking out, and I get up there, and I was genuinely psyched, but I was like, oh, this is what I hoped it was.
So you technically didn't win it.
I caught the ball.
Yeah.
I caught the ball. I was thrown very straight compared to the other ones. We'll put it that way.
Okay.
But you know what? I won it through hard work on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's what I tell myself.
Or
at
you
night.
knew somebody.
Kissing ass.
Yeah, hey.
Hey, you met
but
some people, yeah.
Had I dropped it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway,
gotta finish the
send a
play.
picture of the tickets I'm holding to my wife, and she's like, GTFO, and I'm like, you coming? Books a flight.
She got there.
Yeah, she came.
Nice.
She came in Sunday morning, went to the game. We had an amazing time, and then we didn't win.
Was that the only Super Bowl you'd been to, or have you been to others?
I've been in the city of other Super Bowls. That is the only one in which I was in the stadium.
Is that the first or second one they lost the?
It's the,
Well, that was the
only one they lost to the Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles.
So we're
Okay, it
tied
wasn't
all
the
time.
Giants.
No, we were
Okay.
tied all time, 1-1 with the Philadelphia Eagles.
right.
But I was at the one we
Oh, that
didn't
was
win.
the Nick Foles one.
Right.
Yep, it was.
He knows.
I don't think Phineas likes hearing that.
No,
name.
but I have to remind myself.
part of my
I know-
story.
I know Tom Brady was there. So
He was.
I have to guess that.
He was thrown for 505 yards in a loss, which is insane.
That is
We know
insane
about
stuff.
that here.
Yeah,
Yeah, but not in a Super Bowl. Not in a Super Bowl.
Suppose you do.
I mean, yeah, we blame referees in this town. We don't blame Joe Burrow or the defense or anything else.
Yeah.
But we're not going to talk about that. We're here to talk about the Patriots and Super Bowl 60.
Super Bowl 60.
Let's get to that.
Bring
a
it
little
on.
bit. So we got a lot
The
of good.
Seahawks. We can't talk about the
We're
Seahawks.
going
Super
to talk
fan.
about the
We can-
Seahawks,
we got a branded apparel here.
which is why I'm bringing up our favorite memories. I want to go around here and talk about. First of all, I want to talk about some of the best Super Bowls we can remember. Does anybody have one they want to go to? This is Ryan's chance to go and bring up that dog of a Super Bowl, but the one the Seahawks won against Denver. You're not going to bring that one up,
Yeah,
though.
I mean, I can't bring up the Bengals.
You can.
They made it to a Super Bowl.
They were good Super Bowls.
They made it to 3.
Yeah, and they were all good. They were all good Super Bowls.
They all came down to the very end, right?
Yeah, none were clunkers, so good on them. And I think of, sorry, helmet catch. But honestly, that wasn't one of the better ones. I think, well, I don't know. You throw out that one, the one with the Rams and the Titans, 1 yard short. It was a low-scoring game, but it was a great ending.
Yeah.
So then you got ones like, I think personally, the Pittsburgh versus Arizona Cardinals one.
That was crazy.
Was amazing because of the different things. The James Harrison 99-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
Larry Fitzgerald watching himself score what he thought was the game winner. And then, of course, Antonio Holmes' toe tap in the end zone. That's my favorite.
That's 43, right?
That was 40, a Super Bowl. Can I count? Yeah,
I was
43,
working delivering
Yeah.
pizzas that year, so I didn't see it. So it's probably for the better.
Yeah, you wouldn't like that one,
Yeah.
Mr. Metal Fabricator hater.
Yeah.
But other things. What jumps out? I mean, best commercials, best halftime
Well,
show.
I mean, I'll just never forget Stanford Jennings returning that kickoff in Super Bowl 23.
Yeah.
That's like when I first remembered like watching football.
Was
Like,
I even born then?
I was living in Columbus, but like I knew I was from Cincinnati, and yeah, like I don't really remember any football before then, and yeah, just watching that game and watching the tragedy at the end.
It is cool how much pride, though, it can
Yeah.
get, even your team just being there.
Yeah.
You know, Patrick, we're wearing Super Bowl 56 stuff,
Yeah.
just out of nostalgia, just because
Right.
it makes you feel good, even though we didn't like how it went. When you see that your team is the one painted in that end zone and all the facade and everything else,
Absolutely.
that's pretty cool.
It was surreal, and for Super Bowl 56, you know, like they had it was on NBC that year as well, so they were like breaking away from the Olympics for the Super Bowl. But before that, you know, the pregame and everything, they were like asking the Olympic athletes who they're picking, and to hear people say the Bengals, they're picking the Bengals to win the Super Bowl. It's still, like it was just so surreal. You know, it was like as bad as they were for so long, and they're in the Super Bowl. It almost felt like the Florence Yalls made it to the World Series.
Do you
You know, because it was like, okay, they play the same game, but they can't technically like actually make it there. But you know, they did.
Do you remember The Rock's little kind of, in hindsight, corny lead into the Super Bowl that year?
yeah.
But hearing him say the new superpower in the NFL and say the Bengals, that kind of brought me chills. Like, wow, this is real.
Yeah,
This is why I've been selling all this stuff for 2 weeks.
Oh, my
Okay, they're
goodness.
really letting us do this.
Well, they scored on a halfback pass in that game too, right?
Mixon.
Mixon to Higgins.
The joke is, and I don't like these kind of things, but Joe Mixon has more touchdown passes than Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen combined. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I mean,
It's
it's
true.
true. That is a true thing that a person can say.
Yes, that's well put. I wouldn't say it because it's a little misleading.
What's his name? Manu?
Sanu?
Mohamed
Sanu.
Sanu.
Yeah, he has like the highest completion percentage of a wide receiver in NFL history.
I think he
or something
played
like
in that Super Bowl that you like very much, the 23
Yeah,
one,
he
did. Not?
He
For the
did.
Falcons.
I like
Yeah,
the
he was
Buccaneers
on.
one.
They caught him on camera saying, you know, the Falcons are way ahead, and he's like, turns to his teammate saying, like, "There's no lead safe against number 12."
So I want to ask our guest his favorite. You have a lot of good Super Bowl memories. Must be nice. Which one sticks out to you, though? Of all
I
the
mean,
ones?
I not just because of the context of right now. Super Bowl 49, I think, is the most impactful Patriots win of my life. Super Bowl or not, obviously Super Bowls are up there. I think the personal stakes, living in Seattle and thinking like, what is my social and work environment going to be like if we lose this game? And then also like you had these two unknowns duking it out. You have Chris Matthews, who was like at a Foot Locker, went to University of Kentucky, then was a CFL guy, making these crazy plays for Seattle. And then you have Malcolm Butler, undrafted free agent from West Alabama. And before that, I think Hines Community College. Making like one of the biggest plays in NFL history.
And yet the coach wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer.
And yet the coach was. And the crazy thing is, you've probably all seen this, the NFL Network stuff. Like they practiced that play that week. There's footage of it, and he's getting beat on it. And so it's just a testament to, you know, writers couldn't make this stuff up, and also like good coaching really contributes a lot to winning football games.
I would say mine would be the Buccaneers. when Tom Brady won it with the Buccaneers, just to see him do it with another team.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you've done it with Bill Belichick. Can you go out on your own and do it? And sure.
And Gronk's out there catching 2 TDs too.
Oh,
I mean,
greatest tight end ever.
My favorite part of that Super Bowl was just the party on the river, where Tom hasn't had a beer in 25 years and tries to throw the Lombardi.
Yacht party.
Oh my God! Then having him carry him off the boat.
But he completed the Lombardi Trophy.
I know.
Like, that's wild.
It is because that's an oblong object.
Yeah.
That's awkward, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, it humanized Tom Brady. That's what that did, I think.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he was like just one of us, like out there doing something stupid.
It's
We're
almost
we can
like he
relate
got
to that.
away from Bill. It was like, okay, I can show who I really am now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
I
have
think
to be
so.
under this
That's fair.
umbrella.
I think that's fair.
Safe to say it was a very different culture on that Bucks team than
Was
Bill's.
that Bruce Arians?
Yeah, Bruce Arians.
Good for him. Like Bruce
Yeah,
Arians.
and then just a non-Pats one that I think was like a really, really cool game because of this one detail. I think it was Super Bowl 44, Colts Saints.
Yeah.
Start the second half with an onside kick. That takes a pair of cojones, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a Saints fan. I'm not necessarily a Sean Payton fan, but that I was just like, man, these guys they're not messing around, and they also know that it's do or die.
Gutsiest calling a Super Bowl, I think.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Any
Unbelievable.
halftime shows stick out? Anybody?
Halftime shows?
Commercials or anything? The halftime show gets a lot of press, good or bad, for a lot of reasons. Selfishly, as a late 90s, early 2000s rap fan, loved the Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg one that we had. That was amazing.
Unbelievable.
Right?
Oh, yeah. That was
So I'm going to throw you a curveball. One of my favorites, and make fun of me forever after this one.
Katy Perry.
Yeah.
You knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Super Bowl 49.
I thought it was great.
Left shark.
Yeah, I
That
loved
one-
it.
The whole like production was great.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. All right.
on
I'm,
the
I really
tiger
thought
or
you
whatever,
were
that lion. That
Oh,
was
great.
sweet.
Yeah.
Creed needs their moment. Yeah. No, that would be great. No, Katy Perry's was good because everything that went along with it, right? I don't like Katy Perry's music, but like the performance was good.
Yeah.
And I feel like, they're getting away from that a little bit. We'll see what this Sunday's is. But I feel like the whole performance, it's not just who you're watching or what they're playing or what they're singing. So get back to that, NFL. That's not a grievance necessarily, but I wish somebody listened to us. Speaking of
The golf ranges do. Don't forget
that's
that.
right. That's right.
Don't
Every
forget
now
that.
and then we'll get somebody who listens to our complaints because we complain a lot. So Penny, I just want to bring you into this next segment. It's Are You Smarter Than a Second Grader? I have a second grader. We've been picking games against each other all season. This is the last time we get to do it.
Okay.
So we're going to pick Super Bowl 60.
Let's do it.
Now you have to do it. Actually, you can do it however you want because this is not very official. But how are we looking, by the way? Just one last time this year on how we did this year. Can I just
Let's
take
see
a
some
look at
stats
that?
Oh, you just want to see that you're winning.
Am
and
I still winning, Patrick? I can't tell. Oh, goodness
got it
gracious,
in
I
the
am.
bag.
How about that?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, my
just
poor
glad I got
second
over
grader
500.
lost, but
No,
it's okay.
but the
He
good
tried
news
his
is
hardest.
if like you would have bet your games, you'd be ahead money. All of us.
Is this
So if
Okay.
you
brought
won,
to you by FanDuel?
Ooh,
What's his checking
maybe we
account
put
looking
some
like?
money on it next year.
Yeah, right. Jason is just a little. What is the word? Butthurt that I passed him late in the season. Yeah, because this was
Super Bowl's
supposed.
worth 30.
This was supposed. Yeah, this was supposed to end at the regular season, but we're still doing it through the playoffs.
Super Bowl's worth 30.
So Ryan, this is the time where you can give your Seahawks their flowers if you would like.
I've been picking the Seahawks all
Have you though?
season, most of the season.
Okay.
I think most of them.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Seahawks.
Are you really? Shocking answer.
Can I call a timeout here?
Yeah.
Do the listeners know why it is that you have an affinity for the Seattle Seahawks?
No.
Because I don't.
He doesn't even
I
know.
think we've discussed
doesn't
it a
know.
little
Picked
bit.
up, so
No.
No. Let him speak.
I don't like the Mariners. I've always liked the Mariners because of Griffey. Okay.
Fair.
There's a tie-in.
Fair.
I did like the logo when I first started working here. I kind of picked up the logo, then Russell Wilson, and then Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I just,
Yeah.
that's kind of where I picked up. And now I've got, my sister lives out there.
Oh.
So it's kind of
So
a
he's legit now.
Hold on.
They're
Hold
in
on.
the
Hold on.
American League and the NFC, so you
He
can
likes
kind of.
he likes two teams. Let's just get this out of the way. He likes the Seahawks because of fantasy football because he would draft the same guys over and over, and he won it 1 year with them.
Okay,
and then
that's
he
fair.
likes the Chargers because of fantasy football because he won it 1 year with Chargers players.
Is any of this bad?
No, but I'm just saying that's the real story.
He's your fact checker.
Well, he
Yeah.
also, when we would order things from Nike, he'd like, oh, that's a cool piece. Like, it looks best in Seahawks.
He's a Blue Jays
Well,
fan too.
they're
like-
they're Uncle Phil's darlings, right? They're the Oregon of the NFL.
what
Like, they
about
get all because when Nike got the uni contract in 2012, that was the Seahawk
worst
It
thing
kinda
that ever
was, wasn't
happened.
it?
Yeah,
it was
they,
like
they
they're,
were
hey,
the
look at
rollout.
us.
They
Yeah.
were the
With
rollout.
you living in Seattle, like you have lived there.
Yeah.
Is this like if the if the Patriots lose,
Uh-huh.
just if, right?
Yeah.
Are the Seahawks? Is that like the least? You're not going to be upset that the Seahawks win. You have to have some like.
I will be crushed that the team. I'm not gonna like
So you're gonna
verbalize
hate
what you
the-
just said. I will like them less now because they would be on the wrong end of a Super Bowl for me. If you know what I mean.
2. Yeah, so that'd be right there on
if you
par
were
with the
rooting for
Giants,
any-
right?
if it wasn't the
They
Patriots
beat
in the
them
Super
twice. They
Bowl,
would have beat them twice.
and it was Seattle versus whoever. Are you rooting for Seattle?
I mean, talk to me about who that AFC team is. If it's the Bengals, I'm rooting for the Bengals, obviously. But I mean,
Steelers.
oh, Seattle all the way. Are you kidding? Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I'll say this objectively, void of context. It's a good sports town. The stadiums are downtown, and like on a Friday, they used to do this thing called Blue Fridays, and everybody during football season, everybody has Seahawks stuff on, and Patriots stuff happens to also be like college Navy. So I just wore Pat's shit, and everyone flipped me off. But I did it. But yeah, it's a cool vibe. I mean, they have like they kind of march through the streets to get to and the T-Mobile Field and Lumen Field are right next to each other. So you have the soccer team, the Sounders is really popular. You have the Seahawks, you have the Mariners, all in that same neighborhood. And so the fan vibe on a game day is like palpable. The fan vibe in Foxborough is awesome. You just have to get to Foxborough, which is not, it's further from downtown Boston than the Lumen Field is from Seattle. So it's a good sports city. I have a lot of friends that are diehard Seahawk fans. So it's not beef, but for these 2 weeks, like, blurry gesture, like, yeah, absolutely.
So,
Well, like your national championship kind of experience with Miami. Right?
well, no, I don't know.
It's like you were not. I mean, obviously, you were disappointed that Miami.
Not as much as you'd think, though, and I don't know. I just had fun being there. I
Because
really did.
because they've won in the past, so you're not as upset. Like, we still have our 6 rings or whatever.
Right.
So you're like,
well,
whatever.
in fact, and I'll ask you this because I think they're similar in a way because mine's a bit unexpected with Miami going as far as they did. New England, you could say, is kind of similar. So, do you take any solace from the journey if they don't win on Sunday, as opposed to maybe other Super Bowls where they were favored?
So again, I don't like considering this eventuality, but for the sake, I'm your
sake
guest.
of mine.
I'm your guest.
Right, exactly. Cross your fingers.
Yeah, I have a whole thing. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But yeah, it would be. It's different because when you have, especially that second era of Brady, that second like window where Brady and Gronk, Edelman, Hightower, McCourty, they're winning Super Bowls. It's like, you have a quarterback that's on, he's close to 40 on one side or the other. And so you're just like, if not now, I don't know how much time we have. We have Drake May on the front end of his career. I don't know what he's going to be, but it seems really promising.
Yeah.
So I desperately want to win because the other thing I'm thinking about is like the AFC kind of rolled out the red carpet for us this year. Right. So it's not a sure thing we're back anytime soon. So you want to take advantage of this opportunity, right?
That's actually great perspective.
Yeah.
It's unusual, I think, from somebody wearing a Patriots hat, but I know I can appreciate it because I really do think that's where you are. It's more healthy than it's been for honestly most of the Brady era, just because of the age of people. And Vrabel's he's just getting started.
Yeah.
And that's scary for the rest of the AFC. I know you said everybody rolled their red carpet out with injuries or underperformance or whatever, but I mean, New England's not going anywhere.
We're not. It's just you have.
I got you again.
Was that
We're not.
What?
You said we're.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, sure did.
Oh, yeah,
like 3 times.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. No, all right. Sorry, Mike. I don't know what you're up to, but they'll send you an invoice. No, but yeah, it is one of those things. It's how you would have felt, Super Bowl 56. You have this young core for the Bengals, and it's like, man, there's a case for these dudes to be back there every other year.
Right.
And there are some issues to sort out, but that's still on the table if they sort those issues out.
So let me just get to you because you're not on this graphic here. Ryan's got the Seahawks. Who do you have?
I have the New England Patriots winning Super Bowl 60.
No kidding.
Yeah, I know. Shocker.
Subjective. I will. I'm actually going to surprise myself, and I'm picking the Patriots as well, because this is shades of 2001, 2002 all over again for me. I'm getting all those feels. Not only that, and I don't want to pick on a fellow ginger and Sam Darnold. I'm claiming him as a ginger. He's a ginger, right? Yeah. I don't trust him. He's had a great year, and I love that he's getting his shot, and I love that he got to a Super Bowl. But I almost trust Vrabel and even McDaniels scheming on offense more than I trust Darnold and Mike McDonald. I just don't know yet. So I'm going New England.
Okay.
So right now it's 2-1 Patriots. Jason,
I'm
what do
going
you
with
got?
Seattle. I love the Sam Darnold story.
I love it.
I love it. And like, if you're a Minnesota fan,
Sucks.
you have got to hear it.
You're a Jets
You
fan?
have got not even the Jets. The Jets are just cursed. Let's just call it what it is. Like, but like Minnesota, the guy goes 14-3, and you trade him away.
Yeah.
Can't explain that.
What are you thinking? Like,
You love J.J. McCarthy that much.
huh?
You loved McCarthy that
Well, the
much.
GM did, and
You
the
mean-
GM
you
got
mean
rid of him,
9.
and now he doesn't have
Yeah.
a job.
No,
But
9.
can I elaborate on something you said, that Boston has downtown, like, stadiums? Like, I don't think people
Seattle.
understand, or Seattle, sorry,
Yeah.
Seattle, how big it is down here. Like, we have 2 downtown stadiums, 3 technically now with MLS, and like, I remember the weekend of Oktoberfest, the Reds were playing, the Bengals were playing at home, and FC was playing at home. Like, it was like a true treasure to like actually come here and see all those teams playing weekend. It's crazy.
And we take it for granted because we are, you said, we're more of a community, a town, not a city, even though I know we are. But when we have those event weekends, it just feels different down here. And you've seen enough of those here.
Yeah.
And it is more fun. And we
You
don't
buy into it down here.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Oh, I mean, even the Super Bowl 56 wasn't being played here, but the buzz downtown, people rushing to get Super Bowl gear, Super Bowl parties, people doing all these activations and promoters doing all kinds of special Super Bowl stuff, like
Making up songs.
yeah. I mean, you would have thought the game was going to be here.
Right.
And Cincinnati is a great sports town, and it's an interesting one because it is both a very strong pro and college town, which a lot of these markets are one or the other.
Right.
And I feel like Cincy, I think of it as a pro sports town because that was what I followed as a kid. But you come here and there are people that are willing to bleed over Xavier basketball, right, or whatever.
Elder football.
Yeah, well, yeah, high school, yeah.
Football, yeah.
So it is, Cincy is a top tier sports city in my opinion.
Thank you for that plug. But I would agree. Patrick, who do you have in this one?
I haven't decided. I think it comes down to the coaches. You guys know where Mike Vrabel went to college by chance?
I do.
Oh, that school that lost in the quarterfinals of the college football playoff this year, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But still, anyway.
Well, you really think I was going to rebut with that?
All right, nobody's going to say Ohio State. Anyway, I picked.
I mean, I don't have a dog in that fight. Ohio State.
I picked New England just to I don't know, suck up to the guest, but and then I justified it by the fact that Vrabel went to Ohio State. So I don't know.
Well done.
I'm not going to overtake anybody in the standings.
For
so
what it's
what the
worth,
heck?
the second grader, and I think he just saw how cool the Seahawks colors are now. He thinks
Yeah.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Good on you, man. 'Cause that's what we all did.
So it's referencing that graphic, second grader, losing record this year.
Losing record this year. But
Good
let's
to-
be honest.
Good to note.
Let's be honest. Not as far back from some of us as, maybe some of us might have thought.
Okay. Well, I'm seeking to go 1-0 on this podcast. I think you tell me what kind of game it is, and I'll tell you who wins. I think if they can confuse and harass Sam Darnold, the Patriots have a great chance. If he's safe back there, I think it's gonna be a long day for us.
Right.
So gotta get that pressure.
Does us count as me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I want to hit us. I want to hit Phineas with a trivia question, Patrick, you came up with. We'll see if he can get this.
Yeah.
So, Super Bowl related.
Oh, Super Bowl
Super Bowl.
49, yeah. Now, we were discussing it, and we might not have all the answers. Last week, somebody chimed in on the chat with an answer, but how many players, who are the players from Super Bowl 49
Who played?
from the Patriots and the Seahawks
Patriots,
who are
Seahawks,
still
yeah.
playing,
Who are still in the
who's
NFL?
still in the NFL? How many can you name? There are 3 that I'm aware of.
Probably a punter or a kicker.
I think John Ryan's definitely one of them. He's a punter for the Seahawks.
There we go. See?
Is he still around?
I don't know. Look that one up. I don't know if he's still around or not. That could be one.
I'll
that
look
I'm
that
not
up.
aware
I'll
of.
look
I
that
think
up.
he might be one, but if he's not on your list, then maybe not.
Well, it's not an
Retired.
exhaustive list.
And then probably like an offensive
It's-
lineman.
I think it's John with no H. I think it's
Okay,
J-O-N
thank you.
Ryan.
Thank you.
No?
Number 9, I want to say.
Okay. Well, who else?
Oh no, it can't be because I think their running back wears 9, so he must not be on the team.
He could be a Patriot though.
I don't know
Who's
why
punting
I'm
for the
not getting
Patriots?
some of the comments on the computer here, but I did
Oh.
see we have a comment. Fun fact about the Seahawks and Super Bowls. The Seahawks have made the Super Bowl every time a new pope has been elected.
That can't be real.
I saw that one.
Is
yeah.
that real?
That is wild.
Oh, look at the source. That's definitely not real.
Oh, wait a minute.
That one.
Look at the
Yeah.
source.
Because they did it in 0506, and there was a new pope elected in 05, or selected.
I'm not sure. This,
No, I like this,
this-
right?
This may or may not be
Was
right.
there a new? There might have been a new pope this
Well,
year.
we can fact check that too. My internet's not.
Oh no!
working.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they're-
okay.
Well, I know
This year?
this year. I know that.
I'm not really. I'm not Catholic enough to dismiss that out of hand.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, well,
Okay,
we'll
back
check
to
them.
back to the current
Sorry.
living
I saw
players.
that
Is
now,
John
like, wait a
Ryan
minute.
still punting someplace?
I can't figure it out.
Okay,
but
all
who
right,
else?
so-
Do you have anybody else that you want to throw out there?
Oh God! All right, who was in the league back then? Darnold was not.
They're not playing in the game. They're just still
they're just still in
playing
the league.
yeah.
Does Rivers count? No, he didn't play in that game.
No.
What am I talking about? Oh man. Oof.
Eric, you came up with one.
Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
Bobby Wagner is still in the league,
Yeah.
Barely, but still.
but he
I
is,
forgot
and you
about
know,
that
and he's getting his MBA at Howard, I think,
Is he?
or got it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shout out Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you had two that I didn't come up with.
Well, the one's pretty obvious.
Is it? As me and Phineas struggle.
Russell Wilson.
Ew, yeah, I guess he is.
But I
Still
mean,
playing. He
it's-
played this season.
We only knew that because you're a big Steelers
Is he
fan.
on an active roster
Yeah.
right now? Is he still a Giant? Is he still on the active
Well,
roster?
I mean, as of this season,
He's
the
last
past
season.
season,
I got him.
he's
Yeah.
not a
Mentality.
retired. He's not a retired player.
It must be
though.
another quarterback then, like a Jameis Winston.
not Jameis, but who?
All right, hang on. Who are the backups in that game?
Yeah.
Oh, is Jimmy G still in the
Jimmy
league?
G.
Jimmy G.
There we go.
Yeah, I got one.
Wait,
Okay.
who's Jimmy
Yeah.
G play for?
Good question.
Is he on the
was-
Rams? No.
Raiders
No,
again?
he's not on a
No,
roster.
he is. Yeah, he's the backup. I think he is with the Rams.
I thought he was on the Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because
What do you know?
he looks
He's
like
like
Vince
34.
Ferragamo, like, now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So those are the three.
34.
I mean, if there are any others, I didn't have the time to fully vet that.
That's a
but-
great trivia question. But
Because
you know,
I thought of it because it's like they're saying, it's a rematch of Super Bowl 49, but it isn't. I mean, it's the same teams, but nobody. It's not the same players. It's not the same.
and I think the
coaches.
only holdover coaching wise is Josh McDaniels, but he left and came back.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He was the O coordinator for that game as well. So it'll be really interesting, man. Apparently, I saw this the other day.
Steven Gostowski.
Is he still in the league?
Titans?
Oh,
Is
Okay.
that true? I mean, this is AI overview, so
you
who
never
knows?
know.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, that's a fun one.
Yeah. But no. Apparently, Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald grew up a Pats fan, allegedly, according to his opening night, whatever. So
Interesting.
maybe that will tinge his play calling, and he'll be like, you know what, do cover zero.
Yeah.
Cover zero. See what happens.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. It always is. Doesn't matter who's in what dogs are in the fight. We just love watching. We also do something at the end of every show.
Okay.
It's the airing of grievances. We stole directly from where you think we did, where we have a lot of problems with people and we want to talk about them.
Okay.
So I will give you the floor. If you can think anything of anything that bothers you about, it could be just people in general, it could be Cincinnati specific, because you are here right now. And by the way, do you want to tell people where you're living now? Because it's not here.
Yeah. So it's funny. I was going to have to preface this because my grievance is actually with that place. Last year, we moved to Switzerland. And a lot of great things about Switzerland. Super cool. Drinking water is great. Lots to do. You got mountains. You got summer sports, all that stuff. The smoking is out of control. So it's not just sheer volume of cigarette smoking, right? So what I've noticed is anytime I go to Europe or some other parts of the world, we don't smoke as many cigarettes in this country as are smoked in other places. I think fewer people smoke here, and then the vaping is a little more popular, whatever. But in addition to the sheer volume of smokers, there is no be 10 feet from the door.
It's like anywhere.
There is no sort of personal space contract you implicitly have with another human being that's like, hey, I'm next to you at a cafe, don't do this. It happens all the time. And my French, when I got there especially, was not good enough to politely say anything. So I would just kind of be like, and then people were like, work? Yeah, well, I mean, people moved away from me.
Because they're scared of you.
Just act crazy.
Yeah. Il a rabies. Yeah, or whatever, right? And so I'm trying to learn the social graces of that. I've become a little more accustomed to the lack of personal space. And, everything's a little different, right? We have different approaches to hygiene in different places. Fridges are bigger or smaller, whatever. The smoking right next to a doorway or in a doorway has to stop. Arrête, okay?
Did I just hear that America in some way is healthier, potentially, than another foreign country?
For people standing in a liminal threshold, yes.
I heard yes.
Yes.
We're not as bad off as we thought we were, America. Grab a cheeseburger and enjoy.
Put that asterisk on there, all right? Just bing.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, interesting.
But yeah, so that's my. Thank you for asking. I think I needed that.
I think you did too.
Get that off your
I think
chest.
they heard you loud and clear. All
Yeah.
of our Swiss listeners.
All of our Swiss
I think I'm your
listeners.
Swiss listener, actually. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm glad. I hope you feel better.
I do. I do, and I'm going to enjoy the smoke-free doorways the rest of my time here in Cincinnati.
If Cincinnati will give you one thing, well, hopefully not. I mean, not all the time.
You know, all kinds of good stuff. You know, you got the soft serve in February. Who doesn't want that?
Me.
Yeah.
Ryan, how you feeling this week? You happy? You got something to complain about?
Good. I did want to bring up here. I'll let you drive with that thing. But no, you were in.
Is this the
was
fart
that last
thing?
week? Yeah.
Oh, God.
You brought up comedy. What's our favorite comedy? And I said Leslie Nielsen. That is where I thought of that. He used to carry around one of those things with him everywhere. I don't know if you've ever seen interviews with him,
yeah.
right? So that's where I was like, that's kind of funny.
Is this a
He knew
grievance,
about
or
this,
what is
by the
this?
way.
No, I think it's more of an explanation.
Actually, here, this
I
is.
gave him a heads up.
He gave me a
So-
Post-it as a
So
warning.
there you go. It's over there. I can't remember which one of those. It's
Okay.
Can we hear it one more time?
Yeah, hang on.
Lift your leg while you do it.
What did you have for lunch today?
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
That's
Arby's.
That's a number 6, everybody.
That's a White Castle right
Yeah.
there.
That was Speedway Roller Dogs.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. We aired some grievances there. Yeah.
Oh, it's funny
was,
because it smells.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Your second grader.
I
gets
don't
it.
have anything.
You know what? I just thought of something. I bet Phineas
I'll
knows
finish.
the answer to this. So we had one of our first episodes. We talked about the Browns Alpha Dog uniforms, the all brown ones, helmets and everything.
I'm
and
familiar.
I showed the hype video showed that like rain falling into the ground, turning to mud and like going up and caking these players in it. And then it all fell off of them and they were wearing the uniforms. And while they were caked in mud, I'm like, they look like
Poop.
fill in. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry. I was
No,
sleeping
but
well,
which
sleeping well.
movie am I thinking of? Which character? We talked about the actors that are in it.
Oh man.
It can come back to you.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank. Hang on a second.
It'll come to you. You might
Two
be,
obscures don't make it non-obscure. Do
Yeah.
you want to go?
Yeah.
So I actually don't have a grievance because I have grievances every week. I have
sure
two
do.
questions for the guests.
Okay.
we go.
This is the first time I've been on with a guest. So are you a conference fan? Do you were you rooting for Indiana because you went to Minnesota?
Why?
Please say no.
So, I was rooting for Indiana, but not for that reason.
Okay.
I think most America was. That's okay. but
Like
it
when
wasn't
Ohio
conference
State won the
related.
year before, we were like, yeah, Ohio State, Big Ten football, we're the
Yeah.
greatest. Michigan, yeah, Big Ten football.
So, for example, like it really depends on the school. So there are schools in the Big Ten Conference that I would not root for no matter who they were playing. Iowa.
Okay.
F them. Like I just forever and ever and ever. I don't know if we have time. I won't get into it. I feel that way to a lesser degree about Purdue. I just not for me.
Purdue, okay.
Yeah.
You're equal opportunity hater. You're hating the ones that nobody else hates. I like that.
Yeah, well, so I was a
Somebody's
trophy
gotta hate
rival. I was a
Oh,
trophy
yeah.
rival, and their fans are the reason. It's not the players.
Okay.
It's always the
It's always the fans.
Yeah, and their fans specifically that used to come to the Metrodome, and some of the ways they would comport themselves. You know who you are.
I like your big words, Phineas.
Then it's 2 syllables. Okay, that's
It's
fair.
not a common one.
Yeah, that's true.
Metro is 2 syllables.
And then and then the Boilermakers were just always like, on paper, the Gophers are a better team often when they play, especially back in the Glenn Mason years. And they were just pesky, man. They always took us down to the wire. I think we split with them in my time there, but it was a dogfight. And I was like, just give up. You know?
I think what he's asking on a random Saturday, you're watching college football. Do you watch a game you don't care about? Penn State versus give me SEC team, Ole Miss,
Florida.
I don't know, or Florida, whatever. And you're
Bottom
like,
dwellers.
I'm going to root for Penn State because, they are the Big Ten. I want the Big Ten to look good.
I don't make those decisions based on conferences. I make those decisions based on so for example, IU, it's first of all, it's the story. What a story.
Right.
I mean, this couldn't
Disney movie.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, they should make a movie about it. And then,
believe it.
I have some just ties, like friends that have gone to IU. The fraternity I pledged while at Minnesota was actually founded at the University of Indiana, so they have informed a lot of our aesthetics and history. So that was a singular thing where I was like, I have to pick Indiana. I don't root for teams because they're in the Big Ten. Yeah.
So I have another question, because you're a football guy.
Yeah.
We talked about this, and I personally think it's a brilliant idea. I think they should flip the football season. I think it should start around Christmas and end in May.
Fascinating.
And the reason why I say that is you're ending in more of a perfect weather situation for the end of the season. Your playoff games are going to be most likely played in perfect weather, so there are no excuses. Then every single town can have a Super Bowl without having to build a dome. Like the Bengals could host a Super Bowl then because it'll be beginning of May. It's going to be nice.
Interesting. So I have thoughts. I mean, I think one, what does this do for the NHL and the NBA? Like,
cares?
No, I mean they're the only two shows in town from November 3rd to when did you say?
I was just
Christmas?
thinking like maybe around Thanksgiving kicks it off and it ends in April or May. Or
so I guess they
something.
get a month, but not the craziest thing I've ever heard. I mean, all those the UFL, the what's the other one that merged with the UFL?
The XFL.
XFL, yeah, they do spring football. I just think the product isn't good enough to
No,
really
it's
blossom.
not. But if the NFL switch, I don't think you're going to lose anybody.
No.
And
Yeah,
that
you
carries
definitely
you
will.
over into baseball, and then baseball will carry you over into football again.
That's interesting. I mean, it's a radical idea. I don't hate it, and I think the NFL's at a point where people will follow it into a burning building. I mean, people love the NFL.
Yeah.
Touche.
So the only other thing I have to add is sorry. Yeah.
On top of that, my wife is actively calling me, so we're going to wrap this up. But I do want to bring up the show that you're doing now.
Yes.
Do you want to put in a plug for that so people who are watching could come see you?
I would love to,
Yeah.
right after using the fart machine.
Yeah, right? Classy.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Bridget, if you're watching, I'm sorry. If you are in Cincinnati or the greater Cincinnati area, come see Constellations by Nick Payne, directed by Bridget Leak, starring myself and another fantastic actor named Caitlin McWethy. Brief, elevator pitch about the show. It is a show that follows a couple through multiple dimensions. So there are dimensions in which they meet and don't hit it off. There are dimensions in which they meet and one of them is married. There are dimensions in which they grow old together, or somebody does one thing that's terrible, or somebody does another thing that's terrible, or they go through this, sort of earth-shattering event together. And so you get to see the same two characters live in the multiverse. It's really well written. The guy in it is super handsome. And it runs at No Theater of Cincinnati over on Jackson Street, February 12th to 22nd. You can go to No Theater, their website, I think it's notheater.org, and look for tickets.
KNOW, by the way.
KNOW. Yeah, like
No
not like
theater.
Japanese theater, like not NOH, like KNOW.
I have a question on what you said. You said that your co-star,
Yeah.
it's a she, right?
Yes. Caitlin is a she.
And
Yeah,
you
she-
called her an actor, so she's not an actress. Is that like a thing, or is that
Actually, to be accurate, Caitlin uses she/they pronouns, so you can use either she or they. But Caitlin, I think for years the industry standard has been to refer to anybody acting as an actor, like
an
to,
actor.
to
Okay.
not gender the job. I think it's not necessarily offensive. It's just something that I was in training when that shift happened, so we were all like, everyone's an actor. But yeah, that's a good question. And now you all learned something about how to talk about actors.
And knowing is half the battle.
Knowing is half the battle. Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on. Good luck to your boys this weekend.
Thank you. And of everybody here, I know you and you actually mean that.
I actually
Yeah,
do.
we do.
I actually do. Because it's different now. It's not Brady and
I don't
Belichick
care.
anymore.
We
I don't
want
care
them
who
to
wins.
win.
I'll be honest with you, I don't really care much
don't
either.
care who
But
wins.
you know what? I always kind of relish those Super Bowls where you can just sit back and watch like the rest of America, not overly care.
I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be. I have a lot of thoughts about what each team might do to surprise the other. I think it's going to be an interesting game.
And when you come back on the show, when you're back in Cincinnati after you go home, I want you to complain more about overseas so we feel better about ourselves.
Oh yeah, no, I can
great.
do a tight 5 on Europe anytime you want.
Awesome. We'll hit you back for that. Appreciate it, guys. Enjoy the Super Bowl this weekend, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
Go Pats, baby!